Hello guys! So we are playing a modded version of Dawn of War Dark Crusade called Titanium Wars. Now this mod used to add things like the Sisters of Battle and even the tyranids, not for us to play but for us to fight against, which is very fun. Unfortunately the tyranids, once they were entrenched in certain areas, it was literally impossible to actually win. I mean, even if you started out in a map with, a relic, all your infrastructure, and you got your Bane Blade or whatever the hell you wanted up, they could still overwhelm you, which was pretty insane. And I guess that's kind of par for the course for the Tyranids, but we are going to do a new campaign, and we got a couple of people to pick from. My favorite is the Imperial Gaurd, which we're probably going to start with. This might take about 20 hours to get through. The second one is my favorite, is the Space Marines, and as good as they are, the problem is that because of the utility as far as their Marines being able to do anything, it also means that they don't excel at anything actually. So going against the Imperial Gaurd, we just get blasted by ranged stuff. Going against orcs or even the Necrons with their flayed ones, we don't have a lot of good counters with our infantry, and we do have a fair amount of vehicles ourselves, but that's I don't know. The thing that's going good for the Space Marines is their Force Commander, plus the Orc Commander is probably the strongest. So part of me wants to start off with the Imperial Guard, but another part of me wants to start with the Orcs just because they're so goofy and fun. And here's the thing with role-playing as the Orcs, you can kill everyone. Role-playing as Chaos, you can kill everyone. Same thing with the Eldar and the Tau. There's an irritating thing with the Imperial Guard and the Space Marines. I know it's 40k and you're not supposed to trust anyone and all that crap, but they're right next to each other. Just I figure you could, if you conquered one or the other ones, they could join you, and then if you conquered their home base, the Imperial Guard should be able to let them in. You could have a call down Space Marines or something. I don't know, but anyway, that's a little bit of a role-playing issue for me. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, considering some people may not even know what the hell goes on in this game, so my favorite is the Imperial Guard because they have the best overall vehicles, and even though their infantry sucks on a man-to-man basis, they have a lot, and they can be equipped with weapons that can, take down the heavier infantry of pretty much every other unit, and they got decent range. So that's kind of my favorite one. I figure we should start with him. Canonically, the Space Marines win, but I'm probably not going to play Tower Eldar. I just can't stand. It. They're too foreign. Orcs are funny. The Imperium of Man I might play. And then the Necrons are also fun. Chaos is actually a little bit fun too, but I'm not exactly sure what I want to start with. From a role-playing sense, I think I'm going to go with the Imperial Guard. They're the most relatable. We're all pretty much just like them, so let's do it. So here's the map. Now, there are a couple of fun things to note.
Welcome to the single-player campaign for Dawn of War, Dark Crusade.
We're not going to do that. So the Imperial Guard have a unit called Guardsmen, obviously. But they also have honor units. And in this one, it's regimental bodyguards. These guys have a lot more life, damage, higher unit caps. pretty good. So we need to. We have a particular goal, and the goal is to get the majority of the provinces before we attack anyone's home base. And the reason for that is because, and I've played through this once or twice with different people. I don't know if I ever completed it with this mod, but it is obscenely hard to defeat a base. Like, you get attacked with elite units right off the bat. So if you don't have, for me it'd be 2 regimental bodyguards, my Psyker, Hellhound, my Lehman Russ battle tank, whatever the hell it is. And I have, the ability to build a forward base so that I've got, 8 buildings, extra production, power and requisition. There's a lot of things that will help, to complete this. So I think I'm just kind of planning out what I want to do. We're going to try to take these 3 things first. Potentially, and this might be better to start here, go up to here, because this will allow me to move 2 times. So basically, after I take everyone only gets 1 turn. So if I go here, then that's 1 turn. Next turn I take this, then immediately after I can go up and take this, which will allow me to have 2 regimental bodyguards, which are great to start the map with, and then I can go into the Tau. This is the most important map in the game. This allows you to pretty much attack any unit or any province, so to speak, from wherever you are. So if I'm right there or if I'm right here, as long as I own this, I could attack over here without having to go through this. I could attack there without having to go through any of this stuff. It's very helpful, and as overpowered as a lot of the things are, this one's not terribly overpowered. It allows you to more cheaply garrison provinces. Like if I wanted to reinforce this thing, I would add people or whatever, but each home base has a unique kind of story, so to speak, to it, and they're all dangerous in different ways. Blood Ravens, you attack them, you get attacked with a lot of elite units and vehicles, and it can take be 2 hours to try to get through their map. I don't think I have gone through this where I've beaten the Blood Ravens and conquered a lot of this, and then went up to the Eldar, but I just kind of forgot about it. And anyway, it's always better to start fresh. So we're really weak to start. We have nothing kind of going for us, so I think it would be helpful to start with this weak one first, and then go up to that. So, yeah, it's either we go here, then here, or we go here, here, here. Like 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns. So if we go here, then here, we can get our, we can get our spaceport, but my instinct is usually to get this as quick as possible. This is the most important one, but in the beginning, the Tau have invisible units. These orange ones, they're controlled by the Tau. They got invisible units, and I may not have the power I need to really kind of take them on immediately. I'll need some extra units at the start to help me go. So yeah, I figure, and to me that kind of makes a lot of sense. Well, it makes more sense to go there first, looking at the map, take that, and then, these are the 2 that you'd really want to get. But so after we get these 3, I suspect we're going to go up here to get our Commissar for attaching him. Probably get our Carsicans. Yeah, him first. Yeah. Probably leave that alone. We'll probably just try to take this side right here first. And another thing we really want is this one. This is a very hard map, but forward base is ridiculously good. It is vital and necessary to have this. Without this, you cannot actually conquer any of these guys. I don't care how good someone is. I'm talking about like professionals, this or that. Not that I'm professional by any means, but you cannot attack, you know, one of these bases and then get, you know, attacked by 3 times your number on a timer without any buildings to start with. You can't micro. You don't have the resources to build up, take requisition and points, and then move forward. And that's part of the mod. It's meant to be hard because the original campaign is, most games nowadays are pretty easy. So, yeah. So we've been talking for about 10 minutes. So I think the goal for this video, I'd like to take these 3. Yeah. So take this one, then take those 2 for my second turn. And then we'll have our regimental bodyguard, and it'll be good. So, single base, basic infantry. This is basically gonna be like a one-on-one battle. The computer starting out basically with, you know, what I would start out with. So, all right, we're gonna need you.
As you wish, so shall it be done.
Standing ready.
I kind of want to go see where they are. I'm 90% sure they're up there, but we'll see.
I am honored that you require my skills.
I want to get that, so we actually have guardsmen. Conscripts, I just don't think they're as good.
Take it at all costs.
Get a tech priest nest. So the beginning, basically, after I conquer this map, all the buildings that I have here will be here if I get attacked by somebody else. So even if there's 2 people against me and they got a base here and a base here and they start with a bunch of units, even elite or legendary units, I'll be able to defend against it.
I am on it.
So the Imperial Guard have one of 2 problems. Either they need a lot more requisition than they have, or they need a lot more energy than they have. It's pretty much always just one or the other.
Easy matter for one of my skills.
In the beginning games, where you are first conquering, you tend to be very low on requisition because you're not really spending any energy. So, but in the later games where you have all of your... Oh, he's so weak right now. Alright, yeah, they're up there. Oh, you're gonna get out of there, buddy.
Will only take me a moment.
Yeah, so I'll get one of these guys just to get a little bit of energy coming in.
Initiating construction. As you wish, so shall it be.
So basically when I start or do a defense mission, if I've got, you know, 5 to 10 of these listening posts all the way upgraded, I'm getting a ton of requisition, but my energy production is going to be pretty low even if I got 6 generators.
It is my duty to serve. Let me inspire our men.
Well, there we go.
As you wish,
You know what?
so shall it be done.
Let's just get one more.
A challenge worthy of my skill.
We're doing a lot of buildings, so these first missions are always the hardest for me. You know what? You are going to go up here. I'm going to take this to just... Might as well. There's no penalty for having more listening posts. Or having strategic points. Might as well get a guardsman out. So we're just doing the build-up phase right now. So we got lots of energy. Don't really need that. We just got to get our listening posts up.
I am on it.
All right, so
Field spirits are
I'm going
with
to save up for a Tactica command. This is basically the research center for
tyranids worthy of my
the Imperial Guard.
Objective secured. What now?
Now, this was like a guide or something.
By the Emperor. You
Probably
will
talk
have it.
more, but
You heard the man.
really
Jump
not that
to.
much to talk about. Chaos is basically all the races right off the beginning are not that hard if they're starting at like a level 1 defense rating. They're basically fuck.
You have chosen wisely. By the Emperor, we've won. If such is the Emperor's will, it is my duty to serve. If such is the Emperor's will. Sir, yes, sir.
I am honored that you require my skills.
Okay.
An easy
Let me
matter
go over
for
there.
one of my skills. As you wish, so shall it be done.
Look out! Here they come!
There we go.
Sir, yes, we did it, sir. What would you have me do? If such is the
Oh
Emperor's
fuck,
will,
my guy didn't come.
it is my duty to serve.
I'm pretty sure one Chaos Marine could take on like 100 guardsmen easy. But that's just me.
What do you orders? For the Emperor! It is my duty to serve.
Conscripts have an anti-infantry heavy weapon team attached. That's kind of fun.
Is assured. If such is the Emperor's
So we're kind of
will,
just doing a resource grab at the start. I'm not going to maintain all of these, although I may
we
do
did it, sir.
a mission, or like I may make a base in one of these at some point, but
As you wish, so shall it be
By
done.
the Emperor, we've won.
unless somebody attacks us here, we're not really going to be coming back to this map.
You called, sir. Reporting for duty, sir.
I will say
I am honored that you require my skills.
that this is right next to Chaos, and it's right next to
Let me inspire our men. Cut them down.
oof, Chaos Lord.
Is assured. By the Emperor, sir. We've won.
Chaos,
For duty, sir.
they won't get any crazy
To serve the Imperium, sir. By the Emperor, you will have
crazy vehicles for a while, so
it. Such is the Emperor's will.
we're going to go with plasma bolts, plasma guns, which will help us kill their elite infantry and regular
It
infantry.
is my duty to serve. Looks like everything's in order, sir.
Alright. I should probably give a little disclaimer that I'm actually not the best at this game.
It will only take me a moment.
But I like it. And in the end, isn't that enough?
A challenge worthy of my skill.
What are your orders? It's an honor to serve the Imperium, sir.
Okay.
What are your orders?
Now, the Imperial Guard, but unit by unit, are some of the weakest. But because they can mass up so quick and just get a lot of like individual units within each unit, yeah, we can take down heavy guys pretty easy. Mainly because of those upgrades.
You have chosen. Shall I get started?
Alright.
Eager for action, sir. You shall have your prize.
We got a surplus of men, so we'll keep building that. We'll buff them up a little bit.
As you wish, so shall it be done. Initiating construction. I am on it.
And these will give us a lot. We're not going to have any energy problems in this game. We have like a bunch of slag deposits in every single base. So we're probably just going to bump up our infantry
We've won.
and overwhelm them.
That you require my skill.
But I do want to take a little bit of time. Even if I can kill them earlier, I want to take a little bit of time to
If such is the Emperor's will. Capture was easy.
I'll take a little bit of time to build up my base so that I can defend it easier later.
Spirits are willing. A challenge worthy of my skill. As you wish, so shall it be done. I am on it. I am on it.
Get a few slag deposits.
Initiating
There we go.
construction.
If such is the Emperor's
So
will.
with our surplus requisition,
By the Emperor,
getting
you will have
a
it.
ton of guys.
Damn it! If such is the Emperor's will.
I am honored that you require my skill.
And we'll get 2 of you, why not?
Initiating construction.
For the vehicle cap, if nothing else. We need a lot of builders, so
Objective secured.
let's max out our energy.
A challenge worthy of my
What
skill.
do we do? Eager for action, sir. What would you have me do? Well, it's cold, sir. All of us. Shall I get started?
Okay.
You cold, sir.
So if I start with guys, like the regimental bodyguard, I will be able to just start capturing points immediately.
Time for payback. Eager for action, sir.
I am honored that you require my
So
skill.
you're going to be building something soon.
Capture
You're
holding it will be hard.
going to go and just
Worthy of my skill.
do these.
Initiating
Eager for
construction.
action, sir.
I just like to have that for vision though as well, just in case, you know, so I can see where the enemy's moving, even if I don't
Me
end up holding it.
inspire our men.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have 400 is the max you can earn, so. There we go. And we'll get this going. Regimental command is the next, it's the final piece of the puzzle. I need that for get the Lehman Russ.
I am on it.
This is by far the best vehicle. It can do everything. I try to avoid basically getting anything else.
Of course. The machine spirits are
And as
willing.
long as we're preparing for future invasion,
Initiating construction. A challenge worthy of my skill.
we'll just get some defense there, and we'll get some defense at that choke point too.
I am honored that you require my skill.
I don't want to block that off, I don't think. Well, maybe I do. This is a really defensible area, though. Yeah, I think I'll block this off so that all my stuff can go around this way and just clear out. But
I'll take care of it, Lord. A challenge worthy of my skill.
they could probably still run around that. But
A challenge worthy of my skill.
we want to have some room to. We want to have some room for to have men, people sitting behind there, but really a Lehman Russ tank there and there with some heavy weapons people there should be fine. Okay, my economy is just getting insane, so full-scale war, we need that for our best stuff. And we might as well. Might as well do you. Oh. I just like to have my core area really upgraded. And also bumps up my cap.
I am honored that you require my skill.
You have no guiding hands. One more now. Eager for action, sir.
So they do have some vehicles coming out, but I'm not super worried because these guys can become invincible. Each of these, this is like a command squad, and each one of these guys have unique abilities. But the best one's the priest, because these guys are the best melee, and they can make your units basically invulnerable for a short time.
As you wish, so shall it be done. A challenge worthy of my skill.
Gotta do the shift one. Alright. Full skill war is almost up. I would pause, but I can't. These are all just upgrades as far as Karsigan armor, Karsigan movement speed, you know, better physical attack for the Ogrins. And these are special units that you can recruit. Karsigans are basically upgraded guardsmen. Ogrins are, I don't know, little ogres. So we don't need this for right now, but I am going to... I'm going to do... We're going to do some heavy weapons teams there, and...
As you wish, so shall it be done.
We're under fire!
We're going to actually get...
A challenge worthy of my skill. Initiating construction.
get those guys while we finish this, because I'm going to have to answer that call. So this will actually be a short video. Come on, conscripts. Okay. The goal is to get as much of this upgraded so that when we start you have to do a defense mission.
I am honored that you require
Alright.
my skill.
We don't really have to do anything. We can just kind of... We'll just already are set up. So everything is upgraded that I want to be upgraded. We're going to have max caps. Oh yeah, we want to get you up.
You called for some suppressive fire? Wisely. I'd give my life if that's what asked.
There we go. Now they're not losing any health. They're actually regenerating it. And even though these guys are not good against vehicles, the sheer amount, and then of course the plasma bolters that they have, are just very helpful. They just cut through all infantry, and the amount that you have is just insane. So we don't need these, but I'm just going to build them anyway for fun.
You called for some
While we get all
suppressive
this up.
fire?
This is another interesting change. You've got Baneblade, Stormblade, Storm Sword, Shadow Sword, Titan Destroyer, and then a whole bunch of different Lehman Russ tanks. I don't know what the difference with them all is. I end up getting the command tank just because that sounds cool to me. But you can get one Baneblade, one Stormblade, but there's a limit to, I think, you can only have two, basically, of the big tanks. You can also build a Titan now, which is insane. Oh, I forgot to... I'm going to take this out because that's the big thing that's problematic for our... Alright. Gotta get you out of here because you're almost dead. You know what? Yeah, I think... Yeah, there we go. That's it. So we got a war gear awarded. A regimental bodyguard. Okay, so we got defeated enemies, defenses, kills, conquests. Yeah, okay. So... now there's a lot of things that are good, but generally this guy's pretty weak. I really would like to get targeting optics pretty early because then he can see cloaked units. And that's very important. However, his life is also very important. We need him to be beefy. So I usually get this early because he's never going to do a ton of damage. And even if he does a little bit later, it's, you know, we need him to survive first. So we're probably going to go with the carapaces and the sash first. Morale of all guards and squads and overall requisition rate. That actually could be very helpful. I think that would actually be good. But the thing is, and I don't have to do this right now, so I won't. I can always go back into here and, you know, go to my war gear and do that later. And also add that guy when I want. But if we're going to go to this one, basically this map, we have to kill a certain amount of enemies. And we have to kill more enemies than we lose. And see, we just beat this map. It was level 1. You know, we got the chaos. Most of the capital is around level 10. That's a very high defense level. This is about 7, which is about as... I mean, that's... How do I explain it? It's really close to 10. So, this actually is a very high defense rating. So, the Imperial Guard have a lot of people and do a lot of damage, but they also lose a lot. So I need to be very careful when I attack that. Yeah. Very careful. So I will be careful, but we're going to do that later. I have to make a phone call. So I've been playing with a couple different people. Imperial, let's save you. And we shall play later, guys. I'll probably just make that phone call and pop back in, so we'll see you later.